I'm Lulu, and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. Today, I'm here with my friend...
Karen, the nice kind.
Karen, the nice kind.
Yes.
I love that. You never not say that.
I never, especially if I go to like fast food places or where there's service workers that get abused. It's like, what's your name? Karen, but I'm the nice kind. And it takes them a second to process, and then they start laughing.
What did you think about that starting to happen with that name?
It didn't bother me because if the shoe doesn't fit, I go barefoot. Yeah.
So we're at the Lulu's Way, November 2024 Texas Women's Meetup. And we've been having a great time.
Oh, a blast.
Oh, so much fun.
blast.
I came by and checked out Karen's van, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I couldn't believe my eyes. It's a Alice in Wonderland themed van. And tell me how this all came up for you.
Oddly enough, I never really understood my fascination with Alice in Wonderland. And then after my dad passed, it hit me. He was very stoic, man's man, very silent type. But Christmas morning, he had an appointment every Christmas morning, and it's to have tea with his little girl.
Oh.
So I would always get a tea set. And yeah, that's how, because I never read the book. I saw the movie, but I was like, and I collect vintage teacups. I'm like, Karen, what is your deal with teacups? You don't even drink tea. And that was my daddy and me time Christmas morning having tea.
Wow. So when you associated that with Alice in Wonderland, have you always been a fan of Alice in Wonderland, or was that when that happened?
I became a fan of Alice in Wonderland just because of the story of, especially when he was saying you've lost your muchness, you were much muchier, and that hit home because I was like, Karen, that's you were muchier. What happened? Where's your muchness? And that's kind of the snowball that just started.
Wow. And how old were you at that point?
Mid-40s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't like that I lost my muchiness, and it's like, okay, we got to find it.
Yeah.
And then the van came about. I'll be honest, I'm jealous of everyone who's retired. I personally don't want to work anymore, but I have to. I'm a working stiff. And it was like, okay, so you can't retire, but what can you do now to work as little as possible? And I had a conversation with a friend that said, if you could not have to work, would you give up everything you have right now? And I was like, where do I sign? And that conversation just stuck with me, and then started looking at RVs, then I found Bob Wells, and it's like, and every day it's like, what am I doing today to get close to that one step closer to, I want to work because I want to, not because I have to.
Yeah.
And if it means living in a small space, then a small space it is.
Yeah. Good. So are you, how long have you had this van?
Going on 4 years. Normal people get a sports car when they hit midlife crisis. Oh no, not Karen. Karen gets a cargo van for her birthday.
Okay.
And
with the intentions of building it out?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I got tired of going to RV shows and be like, hey, can you do one without a dinette? And I don't like to be told no. So I'm like, fine, I'll just...
You want it your way. You want it Karen's way.
Yes, this is my Frank Sinatra project. My way. And it's like, okay, great, fine. I'll take my money and go elsewhere, won't give it to you, I'll make it myself.
Yeah, and then you did.
Yeah.
So how long have you been traveling in it?
21, I think Thanksgiving at 21 was my maiden voyage.
Oh, okay, so a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so typically you travel with dogs. You did not bring the dogs to the meetup because it's hot.
Yeah, it's super hot. We normally camp from like November through April.
So tell me about the dogs.
I have a Great Pyrenees named Mr. Bodacious. And I have a St. Bernard named Samson, and then I have a 50-pound mutt named Avery, and she runs the roost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, and how long have you had these dogs?
Avery's been with me 11 years. She was a rescue. They're all rescues, actually. Samson's been with me 4 years, and then Bo, it'll be a year in February.
Oh, wow. And so you got these 3 big-ass dogs.
Big-ass dogs, yeah.
In this big-ass van.
Yeah.
But I love how you decided to really keep the open floor space.
Yes.
For the dogs.
Yes. I figured more open floor space, the less probability of me falling and breaking a hip.
Right.
So.
And just space for them.
Yes.
Because like you do a build out. Some people with a van like this, they got just this little hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got big hips, and I'm clumsy, so I need as much space as possible.
The space with the dogs and yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. So I love this decal you have here. You'll never find Wonderland if you're afraid to fall. That is so cool. Where did you get this?
Off an Etsy shop. She is in California, and she actually does all of my decals. She just finished a 4-foot wide decal that's going to go in the back. And I send her crazy ideas, and I mean, like within 2 hours, she's like, "What do you think of this?" And I'm like,
Wow.
"You read my mind."
She does all like custom stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
She does custom stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And I knew that this was going to be my PhD in trial and error.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you got to be
Yeah.
afraid to fall. And
Yeah. So she'll make anything you want.
yeah.
And is she reasonable? Her price is reasonable?
Yeah, pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
My last one, I think it was like $90, but she rushed it, and it's 4-foot wide decal. And
Where are you putting a 4-foot decal? Inside or outside?
Kind of both, because the plan is to have a deck that extends out the back.
That's right. What's her name on Etsy?
Carol.
Carol.
Carol, yeah. I could
Just
send
plain
you.
old Carol.
No, I could send you her link. I want to say Riverside, California, but I could send you her Etsy link. And when I go to, this is the first thing people ask me about.
Yeah.
And then I'll message her. Don't be surprised if you get
Yeah.
dings on your Etsy shop. I just went here and I have 5 people ask me. She's like, thank you.
Because I mean, if people want to custom make one for themselves, and they can just see this is really looks like really good quality work. How long has this been here?
2 years.
Oh, because it looks like it's just put on there.
And if you need to cut it up, because it's going like on multiple pieces, she will do that for you and send it to you in pieces
Yeah, so
with
to
instructions.
have her link in the description would be great for people that might be interested in
Yeah,
that.
she's awesome.
Excellent. So how about if you show us inside?
I'd be more than happy to.
Okay.
Okay.
So look at this gorgeous thing. That is so gorgeous. So tell us about this.
This was a chandelier. I found it in an antique shop in, I think, Kilgore, Texas. And the lights I found on Amazon, they're battery operated. They have a remote.
Oh, they
And,
actually go on.
Yeah, so when I want ambiance and feel all romantical, I can turn it on. It makes a great night light. You can adjust the flicker on it. You could dim them.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful when it's lit up.
Yeah, we had it outside
And
on
this
the
is
door.
this is all acrylic, just like plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, light as a feather.
And it stays there when I'm driving. It doesn't move.
Really?
Yeah.
It's adorable. I love it. So now this is really interesting because it looks like an empty van pretty much.
Yes.
And it's like that's what it is. You don't have a bed, you don't have a build out, you don't have cabinets and drawers and all that stuff. And this is so that the dogs have all the space and you have the space and nobody's tripping over each other.
Yes. Now these are works in progress because they're going to have some tilt-out shoe cabinets to have some storage. But I really just want to keep it as shallow as possible so they have room.
Is that the Havelock wool?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
those things from IKEA, you were telling me those things from IKEA, those shoe racks, I love those because they're not very deep and they just pull forward and you get those slots to put things.
yes, the shoe cabinets. And I have one designated for all of my tech stuff because I do work remote. Another one designated for shoes, like fluids, oil, antifreeze, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then over here is going to be the battery storage, the power storage, the refrigerator, and just take maximum use of every inch.
You're going to put like 2 on each side?
This one will be cabinets. This will be a custom wood build because it'll have different cubbies for like the chairs. I could slide them in,
I see, yeah, okay.
and it's all to keep the floor spaces open.
Before we get into like all the things that you actually like, how you live and function in here, let's just talk about the Alice in Wonderland stuff, okay? So let's start with this ceiling that's freaking unbelievable. So tell me how you did this and what each thing means and what part of the movie just everything.
Well, the ceiling is because Wonderland is a topsy-turvy world, so I put the ground on the ceiling. It used to be all green, but I had a buddy propane heater that I left on too long and it melted some of it here, so I switched to metal because it conducts heat.
Okay, so you got this is metal tin.
Yes. And plus I could use it with magnets. And then the
yeah.
flowers, my mom was a big time gardener, so this is kind of homage to her. And sometimes I'll attach lights to it. And
what are these made out of? It's just like fabric.
yeah, it's like a fabric. These are on Hobby Lobby. I just wait till they go on sale and then like clean out.
Yeah.
They don't go on sale often, especially the big ones, but when the little ones do.
Yeah.
And then I have some white ones that I spray painted partly red because in the story the queen demanded that they paint the white roses
We're
red.
painting the roses red. Not blue, not green, not aquamarine. We're painting the roses red. Woo! Oh, wow. That's cool. And look at the lampshade.
Yes, the lamp has this is a USB rechargeable light bulb.
Oh, yeah.
So I just, on charge day, I'll bring these in and charge them up and then hang them up and then just turn them on like you would a regular
and
lamp.
You got one up in here too?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And if those fail, I have these puck lights as backup.
Yeah. Okay, so those little, they look like a light bulb and they're USB charged and they hang on a hook. Somebody just showed those at the gadgets. Yeah. Very good. Very good. And then check out this, look, the book. So what book is this?
This one, Pippa passes. These I've gotten at antique shops.
Oh, okay, the antique books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have a couple of antique books in that basket to read from, and those two are the world's best short stories.
Oh.
So I work in front of a screen, so on my free time on my free time I do non-screen stuff.
Oh, wow. Edgar Allan Poe. Look at these antique books. Very cool.
The other thing that I get at antique shops is they sell bundles of letters, and they're from between two people, so it's not like random letters. So I buy a package and then I put them in chronological order, and then I read, and they're love letters to World War II soldiers.
Where did you find that?
At an antique shop.
Antique shop?
I find them in a lot of shops, and I just buy the packets, put them in order, and then I just sit there and read a real life soap opera. It's like, oh my goodness, he's in the hospital, he's injured. Hope he lives. And I always wonder what became of them, because it's real people.
That's interesting. Very interesting. So you got another book, and then we've got this great big clock here.
The clock is always set to tea time, because it's always tea time in Wonderland. But
What time is tea time?
6.
6 o'clock. Is that in a song?
In the book. It's always tea time. And so there's hidden hooks behind here that I can hang a shower curtain from.
Oh, you're kidding.
So if it's too cold to shower outside, I can always do a very short military shower inside.
Yeah, wow. That's adorable. This ceiling has just got so much interest. It's just so fun. It's the most fun ceiling. Wow. So clever. And now I see you did some decoupage over here.
Yes. I didn't really want to do a lot of wood just for weight purposes.
Yep.
So again, antique shop, bought some vintage sheet music, and with Mod Podge put it on.
Did you stain it with tea?
No, some of them came like that.
Oh, they were like that? Oh. And then over here, you got the music over here too?
Yeah, these are in French. Specifically, and then these are the pages from the book Don Quixote, which is my favorite book of all time, and it's in Spanish because it was originally written in Spanish.
Oh, so you just bought a copy of the book?
I have several copies.
Okay, you have several copies, and you took one and you just cut the pages out and used them to decoupage. My favorite book. That's really awesome. I love it.
To dream the impossible dream.
Today's Good Mood is brought to you by coffee. So this is the coffee station.
Yes, I was going to bring this to the gadget. This is the world's tiniest stove, and because my pot doesn't fit on this grate, it falls through. I use a backpacker stove with butane to make my coffee. And then this screws on to the butane tank, and then this sits on top of there.
Wow. The propane.
Butane.
Butane. Oh, that kind.
The butane propane mix. Yep.
Oh, okay. So that goes like that, and then that's your stove. Wow.
And then when I cook food, I'll use the one burner.
You use
and
this.
I try to food prep as much as possible when I'm traveling.
So now I've never seen this stove. What's up with this? It looks.
It's a gas one, similar to the regular size, but I always get things smaller than normal.
Yeah, because it's smaller.
Yeah. I have a 2-burner, and I've never used it.
But I mean, my 1 burner is like the big thing. And just,
Amazon?
Yeah.
Found it on Amazon.
Now I'm wondering if how this is different.
I think it's just size.
Okay, it's smaller. Yeah, it is. That's very cool. And you have all your things here. Is this, oh, this is
Alien tape.
alien tape. Don't you love alien tape?
Alien tape, and it's stuffed to the gills so I don't hear it rattle.
Oh, that's nice. And look at this, you got this little purse that you keep things in for decor. Look at how beautiful that purse is.
Yes, that is my remote purse. So it has all the remotes to the lights. It has extra batteries.
Oh, what a great idea.
And extra charging cables.
Yeah, oh, that's a great idea. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Very good.
Very true.
It's not just a dream if you decide to make it your life. Those are really nice things to look at all the time.
I sit here sometimes and just look at it if I'm having a bad day. It's like, why is this so hard? And I look at that, it's like, that's why. I'm like,
there you go. And so this is where you keep all your dishes and your...
My dishes are in my picnic basket. Another antique find.
Oh.
I am the collapsible queen.
Yeah.
So, and I even have a collapsible pot. Wow. That I cook my pasta, my quinoa, Sea to Summit. They make bigger ones, and I actually have the bigger one, but it just makes too much food, the bigger one.
So you just do this.
That's it?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, wait, no, it does come out one more. I can make my ramen, pasta for one.
Wow, that's amazing. And what's this called?
Sea to Summit.
Sea to Summit.
Yep, collapsible kettle. I was going to bring it to Renee's gadget thing.
Oh, that's a good idea. Look at that. Wow.
And for people who camp with like families, they do make a bigger one.
Bigger ones, yeah.
And my goal is to probably get the one size up from this.
Yeah.
I haven't found a pan, like a frying pan. That I would love.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of my dishes are in here.
Yeah.
It sounds very control freak, but I have like 1 cup designated for everything. Like, this is my coffee cup. That is my water bottle. That is my non-water bottle, and that's it. This is a guest cup. No other cups.
Whoops. Yeah. Wow.
And then in this box is water, a collapsible kettle, extra fuel, and then I have this thermos that I fill up. I boil water the night before.
Yeah.
One, to help heat up the van, because I normally camp when it's cold. And then I put it in here, and then in the morning I could have a semi-warm bath, shower, whatever.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Yeah. And there's your Jackery.
Yes, that is my spare battery that's dedicated to my laptop when I'm working.
Yeah.
And then I have a Blue Eddy up front for my fridge.
Oh, okay. So there's your fridge over there. What kind of fridge is that?
This is I want to say Set Point. It was one of the first things I got, so it's going on about 5 years, because I took it car camping as well. And I've thought of replacing it. I haven't found one that I like more than this.
It fits everything you need.
Yes.
Oh, and that's the Blue Eddy up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is where the pooch is. Well, by the size of them, I would think one would fit here.
One would fit there, and then there would be another pillow that size at the end.
Okay.
So they each have their spot.
They just all have their spots. Wow. So where do you keep your clothes?
My clothes right now is in my backpack, because I knew it was going to be a short trip.
Oh, okay.
But this build is going to hold.
That build will take care of your clothes. Yeah.
Hold the clothes.
Very cool.
And then here will be another drop down door. I don't know what you call it, and it'll have seasonal clothes up here.
Oh, okay. So you're going to have like the floor come out like this?
No, it'll pull down, almost like the same mechanism as the shoe cabinet, how it tilts out. This one will tilt down.
I see, yeah. And you're going to build that yourself?
Yes, with piano hinges, because I bang my head with the cabinets in my house, the upper cabinets. Having upper cabinets here, that's a concussion waiting to happen.
Okay, so you don't want any cabinets
I'm clumsy.
And it's nice to have the headspace in it.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
I just know I'm clumsy.
So where do you sleep?
Where do I sleep? This is where I sleep.
You sleep in this hammock?
Yes. So the dogs have the ground floor. I have the second floor.
Oh my gosh. So look at this. Look at this hammock. It's actually gorgeous, isn't it? Look at the fringe. It's beautiful.
Very girly.
So would you mind demonstrating it?
Oh, sure.
Let me just see how you get in that.
Because I set it up high enough that if I'm in the hammock, they can walk below me and not wake me up.
Look at that.
And I'm a chronic side sleeper.
So you're really comfortable in that.
Oh yeah.
Look at you, like, so you go on your side?
Yes, I turn to
I'm
my
a side sleeper.
And sometimes my feet will hang out. The trick is, a lot of times with a hammock, is to sleep diagonal, and that helps stretch it out even more.
Oh, so you're not in the middle teetering.
Yeah, no.
So you kind of go.
Kind of stretch diagonally.
So you have like your head over here.
And my feet over this way.
I see, yep.
And then
it's like you're getting rocked to sleep.
Yes.
You move. Yeah. Every time you move, it keeps it keeps rocking. Yeah.
And if I don't, because I'll get motion sickness, I'll just hold on to the table and it'll stop.
Yeah. There you go. And then the dogs are all underneath you.
Yep. They can walk, go get water, come back, and they would never.
And you truly have a good night's sleep on this.
Yes. I think it was all the years of living in the Caribbean. I joke around and say hurricane training has prepared me for this point in my life. Limited water, heat is questionable, small spaces, limited electricity. No problem.
Oh, wow. Let me see you get out of that.
Now, if it's too high or I'm like half asleep, this poof has extra blankets and a sleeping bag for when I cold camp, and I use that as a stepping stool.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, so that's something that you sit on in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also storage.
Yes.
So this is all your stuff in case it's cold.
Yes.
What's in there?
My sleeping bag, extra blankets, and my heated blanket.
Oh, nice. And then you just use it as a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can just sit in it like that. There you go. And I bet right when you sit down, all the dogs are all over you.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is comfortable. Yeah.
So that would be like my stepping stool on and off to get in and out of here.
Okay, yep.
So then when I wake up in the morning, I just take the bed down and I have all the room
Show
to
me
work.
how you take it down.
It used to be hooked up to chains, but they rattle too much when driving.
Yeah.
So then I went to...
And then you just fold it up, you roll it up, and it just goes right up in there.
The bed's made.
Oh my gosh, hysterical. So now what's this guy right here? This is just another, oh, you probably sit on this when you cook.
I sit on that when I cook, when I work, but it's also my potty. It's clean. So I have bags, I have poop powder, and
You just sit on this?
Yes, not the most comfortable in the world,
No,
but I don't plan on reading the paper sitting here.
Yeah.
But it serves a purpose,
Yeah.
and when I'm working on the computer, this is where I sit.
And then you just bring it over here when you're gonna.
It's adjustable.
Oh wow, that's a good chair to have, and it's a toilet. You crack me up.
I used to have a cassette toilet. I loved it. It was convenient, but to try to fit it in this configuration, it was just too hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, Karen, it's not something you're going to use for hours on end. It's for emergency purposes. Cut it down.
Now I see you got all these baskets and hooks up here.
This is my vanity or bathroom or medicine cabinet, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I do have some redundancy. I have regular toothpaste, and then I have bites in case water's limited.
What are bites?
Bites are like toothpaste. They look toothpaste mints, and you bite down into it, and then it starts foaming up, and you use it as.
And then you brush.
Yeah.
Oh, can I see those?
Sure.
I never heard of those. And what's the advantage of this?
Less water.
Less water. Okay. Bite. 248 bits. Place one bit in your mouth, bite down, brush with a wet toothbrush twice a day, every day. Look at that. So that's just to conserve water.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I never heard of those.
That's just like body wash you don't rinse to conserve water. Laundry detergent you don't rinse to conserve water.
So this is body wash you don't rinse.
Mm-hmm.
So you just put that on like a rag, a wet rag.
Yep.
And then you do that and you don't have to rinse.
I usually just fill up my enormous sink with water and warm water, and then I use it with a washcloth. I'll put some of that soap in there knowing that I don't have to rinse.
You don't have to rinse, yeah. And so this is your little sink.
Yes.
Very good. And you got a Berkey too. Your Berkey's bigger than mine.
I have a Berkey. I have not mastered securing it.
Okay.
So I learned the hard way. Don't ask me how. that it's best to travel if it's empty.
Okay.
It has fallen over twice.
Uh-oh.
And so yeah,
But,
now it's.
but how are you securing it?
I had bungee cords, but I did it all wrong, and it just. I made a turn, and it wasn't even a sharp turn, and it fell over, and so I was like, you know what? You're going to travel empty.
Yep.
That's your punishment. I'm just laughing at myself, like, really? It took you how many tries to figure that one out?
Yeah. Oh gosh. But don't you love the Berkey?
I do.
I love my Berkey.
I do. And then this will hold. This is the stand for my USB rechargeable water faucet. Will go in here.
Ah.
It's just not plumbed.
Oh.
It's not plumbed.
Oh, I see. So you'll just take this top thing off.
Yep.
And put that right there, and then you're gonna. That's your sink. Oh, very good. And then you just use this for groceries.
This is cleaning supplies, fire extinguisher, and then I have a fire blanket here.
Yep.
And then this is like dry good stuff that if it falls, it's not going to break.
Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, because you probably couldn't put a ton of weight on this.
No, usually it's bread, oatmeal, stuff that if it does fall out, nothing's going to break.
Yeah.
The breakable stuff is in here. This is my pantry. Because I'm terrified of having a mouse problem in my van, they're in glass containers. They're like skinny mason jars.
Yeah.
And then I bought these sleeves on Amazon to keep them from rolling, keep them from clinking.
Yeah. So those are like your canisters.
Yes.
Yeah. And here's your little fry pan. Yeah. Your smoke detector. Very good. And all this. Oh, you got the skid-proof stuff. So yes, nothing moves.
Yeah, that stays exactly how it is.
Don't you love it?
When driving.
And don't I love this curtain? What's up with this red curtain?
This was actually one of the first things I installed. Queen sits there, so you have to have something regal for the queen because, and also the queen goes wherever she wants.
Yeah.
And then I put it on the track so it goes actually all the way around because I knew I wasn't going to do a good job of insulating.
Yeah.
And because it's a double curtain, it swings completely around covering the door. So in the wintertime, try a little bit to stay warm. So when they say stealth camping, I'm like, I have red curtains. There is no stealth camping.
And the black and white signifies what?
Just the pattern that you see a lot with Alice in Wonderland decor.
Yes. And I'm trying to remember what it's on.
I know it's on the chessboard when they're battling against each other, but yeah, you always see that Harlequin pattern.
You're right. Yeah. Wow. Geez, Karen, this is just such a fun van.
Well, thank you.
And look at you. You even got a swing.
I
love
do.
swings.
I have this was also one of the first purchases, and
Follow your dreams.
I can sit out and look at the view, or if the weather's bad, I can change the hooks and put them in here. And I've actually worked and have been on Zoom calls.
I would imagine this would be a nice, comfy chair.
This would be my office chair.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh, I love this.
I've taken many naps in that chair.
Oh, it has a bit. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Would this work in my van?
Okay, stick your legs out, Lulu.
Yeah.
Lift your legs up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
This
telling
is the best chair ever.
I have taken plenty of naps.
Oh, yes. I love to swing and I love to relax. Oh, yeah, baby.
So if it's cold or raining, I just switch it to the inside and...
Okay, I'm in love. So now how do you get out of here? You go like this.
Yep. Hold on, let me get you.
And then...
You have You have longer legs, so it'll be easier. Yep, you just step on the
Okay,
and come on
just
up.
like that. Wow, I love that. That's the best swing. That is great. Oh my goodness, I love that. Look at this little table. Oh.
This is the first time I've ever set this out, because when I camp, it's by myself, so no one sits with me or whatever. So I like, why bother? So yeah, now I'm able to set up camp like normal people.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, normally there's a vinyl picket fence here to contain the dogs.
Oh.
So if I stop at a truck stop, they just see a white van, and then when I swing open the door and the heads pop up, I wish I had a camera to just the look on people's faces when they see this big dog's head just pop up, and it's like.
So how do you attach the fence?
It actually sits in this footwell here, and then the handle keeps it from falling over.
Oh, very good, very clever.
And then they can't push it out.
Yeah.
So they just sit there and enjoy the breeze and take a nap. And
that's nice.
Feeding time, I get kicked out because the bowls are everywhere, and it's like, oh, what are you doing out here? It's feeding time.
You have to leave?
I gotta let them finish, yeah.
Now, you were telling me about a plan you have to put a deck on here. How is that going to work?
Yes, because I have big dogs, I'm trying to give them as much space as possible so they're not always on a leash. So the plan is to have a deck either pulls out or drops down to kind of about where we're standing here.
Okay.
The doors become the sidewalls,
okay.
And then I have a extra thick plexiglass gate that would fold like saloon doors.
Okay.
And then that's where the 4-foot decal goes on those 2 pieces of plexiglass. So when it's locked, they can come out here and sit. I can shower out here if I want. If I'm in a boondocking place and it's dark, I'm not walking dogs in the dark. They could come out here, do their business. I spray down and then we go to bed. But at least they'll be contained with a really nice decal.
I see. So the idea is to put it on like a hinge on the floor?
Mm-hmm. Yep, hinge on the floor.
And then it goes up, it would go up, and then the doors would shut.
Yes.
And then you'd open the doors, it would come down. And it's not going to be the whole, it's going to be about this high probably.
It's
it's
total of, it's total of 4 feet deep.
4 feet deep.
So it'll come out to here.
Okay.
And then the plexiglass doors will swing out to contain them.
Oh, so the doors will go on here.
Yes, they'll come out like this.
Very clever. Now, did you just design this yourself in your mind, or did you see it?
I found a picture on Pinterest of a van in the UK that did it, and they did it more for like a sitting area.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, this is ideal for them to sit out and have more space, and yeah, and I don't have to leash them up as much. I do have the doggy gates. The ones RVers use. I have that fence to put around the van, but this is just like a real quick.
Yeah.
And I think most of it was I'm not walking dogs if I'm boondocking in the middle of nowhere at night.
Right, right. Now, could you make the floor like something like that was strong, but it was like pee could go through it?
Yes, it's actually a. Boaters use it when they have a deck, a pier at their house, at their lake, and it's plastic, but it has holes so the water can drain.
Right.
So I went to the boating world to get those pieces.
Oh, okay. So it just has all holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it'll have
going to go through. You just got to rinse it.
Yes, and then it'll have artificial turf, and then where Laura is standing, there's going to be another deck that pulls out that way, out those doors, so they have. I want to be the first van in van life to have its own dog park. Everything is for the comfort and convenience of the dogs.
Oh, that's nice.
One of my first trips, my pet sitter bailed on me, and I had to travel with my 5 dogs, a turtle, and 2 birds. And it had a bed, so we had nowhere near the floor space. And I was at a campsite, and these little boys are walking by, and they didn't whisper very quietly. They're like, "That's the lady with all the animals." And I was like, guilty as charged.
That's me.
As there's a bird cage standing outside my van, I'm like, yeah, I can't hate you for it because it's true. So yeah, that was the talk of the campsite.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, Karen, it was a delight to meet you. An absolute delight.
Oh, pleasure's all mine.
I'm so grateful that you came and I met you. And haven't you just met some great people here today?
Like I said earlier, you guys cured me from my aversion to people. It's like I'm looking forward to the next meetup and camping in groups, where before I was this bah humbug, like, I don't want to feel that people.
Yeah, and what made you change your mind and try it this time?
My trust in you.
Oh.
And I was like, Karen, because how many times did I talk myself out of it? It's like, the van's not done. How am I going to show it to Lulu if the van's not done? And it's like, Karen, breathe. Progress over perfection. Are you going to show off your van, or are you going to meet Lulu? And I was like, screw the van, I'm going to go meet Lulu. I almost left at midnight. And I was like, no, rest up so you're wide awake on the road. But Yeah, it was.
And
just,
one of the first things you said to me was like, "Can I show you my van?"
I know.
And I was like, "Yeah, show me your van." And I walked in here. I was like, "What is going on?"
Oh, just seeing. I didn't even see you first. I saw the doors of your van because I'm going. Am I in the right place? The minute I saw the zebra print, I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm in the right place."
Give me a hug.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wish you many, many happy miles in this with you and your babies.
Oh yeah. Material for the book. There you go. There's the YouTube channel, Van Life with Big Dogs. and it's like, Karen, you never show your face on YouTube. It ain't about me, it's about those three.
There you go. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was a lot of fun.